Ferguson has canceled and we don't have an MC for the show.
Yeah, well, I heard that you've been sleeping with a Japanese guy who blows the leaves out of your driveway. It so happens Dorothy is doing a terrific job. Matter of fact, she's in the middle of negotiations.
Beautiful. I'll call you in the morning and make the arrangements. So long, Sophia. You're beautiful, too.
Why did I ever marry that man?
Because he knocked you up. And I know they do, but, you know, he hardly has time for them. Or for me. I'm starting to wonder if maybe the main reason he wants me for his wife is because he needs a mother for his children.
Well, honey, if you think that's true, you'd better find out.
I intend to. I'm going to ask him straight out.
Man, he changed his mind, which surprised me because mice aren't usually fickle. But this mouse is an odd duck.
Rose, how many head wounds have you had?
And when you tell her,
Oh, I'm not telling her anything.
well, she's your friend. You've got to tell her.
Oh, no, I don't. The last time a friend's sweetheart made a pass at me, I lost my friend, Anderbo.
Anderbo?
That's right, Anderbo Johnson. Clyde Whitehead, Anderbo's beau, decided he wanted to see my cheerleader sweater from the inside.
Of my life, but my Dorothy might be right. Maybe it's not possible to fall in love so quickly. Maybe it's not possible at all at our age. But it sure felt like it the other night when we were walking along the beach and you took me in your arms and you said, Sophia, look up at that beautiful moon. I would get shouted back at that budgegaloop.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I get so flustered in those situations.
Hey, a well-chosen gesture can be very effective. And it's something like this.
It's okay, fella.
Well, I don't mind if I do. Nice place you got here.
Well, thank you. Can I offer you something? Coffee, tea, scraps from last night's dinner?
Oh, you're pulling my tail.
Aren't you a little old for imaginary friends? Oh, and Dorothy, it'll be fun.
Yeah, come on, be a trooper.
Well, I did once do a production of Showboat in high school, and everyone said I was pretty good.
No one can sing Old Man River like my Dorothy.
Then you're saying you'll do it?
Well,
Makeup on with a butter knife doesn't make you Tammy Baker.
forget it, Blanche. I'm not going to kill myself because you have the hots for some guy in a fancy car.
Dorothy, Larry is very important.
Say yes. I need a friendly shoulder to cry on.
All right, give me a minute. Girls, I need a shoulder to cry on.
Dorothy, what did that creep do to you?
It's not for me, it's for Stan. He lost the business. He has to take his mind off his troubles.
What do you want us to do?
I already lost 1 pound.
In your dreams.
I'm talking about Rose. She has to find a job. She's been out of work for over a week.
I am really sorry about this, because it won't happen again. Now, come on, we can all go back.
No. Wait, Rose, sit down. Move over. Move over. Now listen.
Shot the both of them. A week later, we became Lutherans.
Rose, that isn't a teenage rebellion story. That is a changing religion story. That is a big...
So you just want us to get right back together again, right? Just like that. I mean, Stan, we're divorced. Stan, you walked out on me. You left me for another woman.
Dorothy, I realize I may be rushing things, but think about it. We had 38 years together. A lot of it was good. I can't.
Oh, poor Blanche.
Blanche, I know you need some time to think it over.
You're damn right I do. We're talking about a vital organ in my body here.
I know.
You gonna give it to her or not?
He is gorgeous, isn't he, girl? There's not a woman at the museum who hasn't been after him from the day he arrived.
Oh, women can be so silly. They think because you are an artist, you must also be a great lover. They think because you are...
was coming here in the first place.
Dorothy, I thought you went to bed.
Can't sleep. I just lie awake thinking about Michael and Lorraine.
Dad, because of one little slip disc, Morty has not taken me to the barbecue.
What a shame. You'll miss the foot-stomping version of Sunrise Sunset.
You know, this kind of thing has been happening to me a lot lately, and I think it's because I'm going out with men who are too old for me. In the last year, my average date...
I'm Sonny Bono, you idiot!
Gee, I wonder how many maitre d's have heard that line.
Blanche, there's something I need to tell you. I've told a lie, and now I have a guilty conscience. But before I wear this, Miles, I have to know what it means.
Well, it's a friendship ring, like Abbott might have given to Costello.
I love it. So now we're a dead comedy team?
It's that sense of humor. Oh, that's why I buy.
Delicious.
Delicious. This is the reason your father and I got married.
Girls, do you realize it has been 8 days since I've had a date?
Do you realize it's been 8 days since I had...
Ah, please. Whatever it is, keep it to yourself.
That's my problem.
Just what are you trying to imply?
Slut.
Trash? Now, girls, settle down before you say something you'll both regret.
You know what her problem is?
Sort of adopt Lily and visit her often. I'm gonna need rides.
Oh, you can count on us,
We
sweetheart.
sure can.
Absolutely. Now, come on, it's getting late. Let's get dinner. Notice how they seem to follow you wherever you go?
In the meantime, I'll bunk with you. I told Pepe he could have my room.
He's staying here with us?
Hey, we're in training. And set another place at the table. Hey, Pepe. Pepe, you like ravioli?
Okay.
Bungo.
Kill Gonzalez!
You may be right.
Good night, Charlie.
Mary!
Dorothy.
Honey!
Hey, welcome, stranger. Come in here and sit down. So how have you been doing?
Tell me, sweetheart, you having fun in high school?
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, I loved high school. It seems like only yesterday, riding around with the boys in their cars and the dances.
And don't forget the Hindu. All right, we will. You? Do you have any experience?
No.
You're hired.
Boy, making pizza really brings back a flood of childhood memories.
Wait. No, honey, she won't budge. Oh, Rose, I don't think we're going to be able to move it.
Dorothy, if the Egyptians built the pyramids, now we can move this toilet.
Fine, get me 20,000 Hebrews and I'll have it out of here.
Oh, come.
You know how relieved I was to find out the roof was leaking.
Oh, hi, Rose. Hey, the ceiling in your room leaking too?
No, Dorothy, I just finished milking the cow I keep in my closet. Gee, with only 3 hours sleep, I can be as bitchy as you. Medicine is still a man's world.
So, if it'll make you feel any better, I used to be a man.
What?
Just a little female Dr. Humor.
All right, so what's the verdict? Do I look like a woman who beats her laundry on a rock? I meant you should move here to Miami.
Oh, that's a great idea. Angela, you would love Miami.
Aunt Angela, what do you say?
Oh, I don't know. I'm too old to pick up and move to a strange country.
What are you talking about? Before your husband died, you lived here for 30 years.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Orb. You know, it's hard to believe it's been hanging there for millions of years, long before man even came to be. Controls the tides, affects the weather. Without the moon, the Earth would be a barren, stagnant, uninhabitable planet, Rose. It gives life.
Baby girl! Looking at you takes my breath away. Hair as shiny as the dew on a field of sunflowers. Eyes that sparkle bluer than the Mississippi. And the prettiest smile on either side of the Mason-Dixon line.
Did not tell you, Mel and I spent our most intimate moments there.
Ma, is there anything I can do for you?
Yeah, stay out. You barged in on me enough when you were a kid.
Oh, and so does Dreyfus. That's why we're taking a walk, because we both really need to go. That's not what I mean. I mean, I'll be walking, Dreyfus will be going. Okay. See you all. Come on, Dreyfus.
Bye-bye. Boy, I know the prescription for me. One of him every 4 hours.
Is this for me?
Oh, which one?
Should I? Oh, what the hell? Rose, what is Gawakanagan?
It's a lot like baseball, except instead of hitting a ball, you whack yourself on the head. After 10 whacks, if you're still standing, you take first base. It's usually a very low scoring.
Wait! Oh, damn!
Wonders with Stan. You know, he's gotten him to transfer his love for me to a fake monkey.
What are you talking about?
Well, it really is very simple. You see, studies show that when baby monkeys are taken away from their mothers, they can transfer their love.
I didn't mean to just blurt it out, but I can explain. And I know you and your daughter must have a lot of questions.
You bet we do. And by the way, Dorothy's not my daughter. She's my lesbian lover.
I just haven't found a thing today. I don't look right in American clothes. I have a more European body.
Oh, in Europe, do they all have big butts, too?
Now, when I took the stand, a hush fell over that courtroom. I told the judge exactly what I'd seen. And after my testimony, that horse thief's fate was sealed. Justice won the day.
Blanche, what the hell does that have to do with what's going on now?
Well, like any good story, mine was deliberately ambiguous.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm more confused than ever. Good night.
Honey, is there anything at all we can do to help?
Up and performing some honky-tonk? I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty crazy to me.
Now, don't you sass me, Missy.
Oh, no, I don't mean to sass you, Daddy. It's just that I'm concerned about you. Now, I want you to promise me that you're going to forget all about this nonsense and go back to Twin Oaks and have a nice long rest.
She looked at me and hoped I would marry rich, which I did. Very rich.
Why didn't she ever say any of this?
She did. Who does she turn to whenever she's in trouble? Who did she come to live with? Her favorite. You.
Oh, honey, trust me, Martinique is perfect. It has everything. And all the men speak French.
What do the women speak?
Rose, honey, everybody speaks French.
Well, then we can't go there. I don't know any French.
Oh, honey, don't worry. All you need to know are two phrases. Yes and no, your roommate...
Who knows when she'll be home?
Checkout time is usually noon.
You know, Blanche has been without a date for weeks. I know that because all the pictures on my wall are straight.
Hey, it's never easy. Can I help you? I think so. I have a 2 o'clock appointment for an AIDS blood test. My name is... Well, it's...
You know, we encourage anonymity, so if you'd like to give us a fictitious name for our file.
But you grew up in the country. David's a city boy.
Oh, what now? Blanche, come on. I'm from New York. I did chores. I made the beds, I washed the dishes, scoured the pots, cleaned the bathroom, folded the laundry, took out the garbage.
My, did you attend a military school?
No, she lived with me.
Now I get it.
Oh, good. I thought I was going to have to draw you a picture. And I'm not sure I'd know how. Hey!
Fail for 18 years, you and Charlie?
Yeah, of course. Right after dinner.
Well, no wonder you never heard of I Love Lucy.
Of course, as it turned out, I was just overreacting. I mean, it was...
Wait, did I tell you that Larry Krause called the other day?
Really? Did he ever get married?
3 times. Actually 4 if you count Victor. You still painting out there?
Yeah, but I'm having trouble. I don't know, I think it's impossible to paint autumn in St. Olaf.
How come?
Maybe it's because of the horrible St. Olaf falling...
So, Ted, did I hear someone say you were a doctor?
He's not just a doctor. He happens to be one of the top neurosurgeons in the Midwest.
Get out of here.
He's also heavy into real estate.
No, it's nothing much, really. I just own a few mini malls.
Oh, your wife must be very proud of you.
Was terrible about this whole situation. That's why I did all those things to him.
It was you all along.
Except for the boil. That was just luck.
Gladys, we've got to go. Listen, ladies, if there's anything that I can do for you to...
Not one soul has asked me about my test.
Oh, Blanche, we forgot. How did it go?
Well, I think I passed with flying colors, but best of all, I told off that nasty old professor.
Honey, congratulations. You're going to be a college graduate. Oh, we're so proud of you.
Well, thank you, but I couldn't have done it without you girls.
Oh, now you can get Adlai Stevenson and Adlai Stevenson.
Why are there 2 Adlai Stevensons?
Oh, Blanche, isn't it obvious? He lost twice. Oh, God, it's making sense.
Girls, come on. From the other side of the train, we'll be able to see Lake Lusenbaden.
Well, what's that? And I've never regretted it.
Oh, Blanche, that's a beautiful story. Oh, that must have taken real courage for both of you.
And it's terrible to think that the 2 of you were almost kept apart just because Benjamin was black.
Black?
You're going to take it right back.
Dorothy, this is a sign. Maybe I'm supposed to make a miracle. Hey, maybe this is my shot at getting into the Bible.
Ma, the Bible is a done deal. Now, you can't keep it.
You know, my motto today could be the last day of the rest of your life.
Sophia, I'll bet with a few tips from me, you can have this guy Tony in bed in no time.
That's good, because that's exactly how much time we have.
Now, my mother does not...
Now, girls, listen. Remember, the way to make a deal is we state our price, stick to our guns, and undo another button on our blouses.
Gosh, that could, but I'm driving the bookmobile for the Grief Center tonight.
Oh, I thought you'd do that during the day.
I usually do, but I got tied up at work and I didn't have time, and now I feel so guilty. There are so many depressed people out there with nothing to read. Of course, when I'm depressed, I can't read. I knit. Maybe I should drive...
Oh, girls, we can't do this. Now, remember the party. It's 2 weeks from Saturday.
No, it isn't. This year, Phyllis moved it to Sunday.
Then we have an extra day. We can worry about our bodies tomorrow.
I'll get the plates.
I'll get the fork.
I'll get the hot fudge. I'll get the...
Good there.
It's colic. My children had it. You give them brandy.
For colic?
Yes, after dinner with a cigar. Rose, you give brandy for teething. You rub it on their...
I'll call her brother Angelo. He'll know where she is. Rose, this is terrible. What do you think Dorothy's gonna do? Remember what she was like when you lost her keys?
She uprooted a mighty sequoia.
Calm down, lady. You just get out of prison?
Girls, what do you think?
Well, it's not a bad idea, but I'm a little embarrassed.
Oh, me too.
Embarrassed? Well, there's no reason to be embarrassed. Now, these are discreet professionals.
Let's let them see me in the same dress.
Ma, you're not going anywhere until the doctor comes.
Sophia, you can't go anywhere now. I want you to see how good I look in my new dress.
You know something? We are really lucky that we found a doctor who makes house calls.
I know. When I was growing up in Minnesota, the doctor made house calls all the time.
So you see, sweetheart, I was really doing it for your own good. Treating you like a dog was really doing you a favor. So what do you say we just forget all about it now, okay?
Mario's gonna have to go home.
What do you think I'm saying?
Well, I think you're saying you want your ring on your girl.
Yes.
With me?
You bet we are, honey. This is what friendship is all about. Banding together when the going gets tough. Sacrificing sleep and personal comfort. Putting someone else's need ahead of your own. It's beautiful. Let me know how it turns out in the morning.
It's not what it looks like.
Obviously. Dorothy thought I was dead, tried to comfort you, and the two of you got carried away.
Okay, it is what it looks like.
I can't believe this. I was just playing a prank. Do you have any idea how I feel? I mean, what kind of person jumps into bed with her dearest friends?
For once in her life, Dorothy Zbornak is the master of her own destiny. I am woman. Hear me roar. Having to
Hold on, Dorothy. This is a joke, isn't it? He didn't really pick you up, man.
Oh, right, I didn't even want the part, but Jason said I have presents.
Listen, I really have to go to work.
He actually picked you over me. I do not believe this. I have been had.
I know.
A really cute little tennis instructor. So I told him I needed lessons. Well, he came over to the house and I was in the bathtub. So I asked him if he would mind sponging off my back. He said, sure. So I waited a little while before I made my move.
But
And then
this is disgusting. I mean, right up until the end.
Thanks again, Rose.
Oh, you're welcome, Milton. Now, you let me know how it works out.
I certainly will.
And no more tears.
Right. Bye-bye.
Oh, he's such a royal pain in the butt. But it's all part of my job.
You don't have a job.
And I ran right into Reverend Mackenzie, coming out of the bar on the arm of Millie Beasley, wife of Emmett Beasley, our town's most decorated war hero. Emmett received 3 Purple Hearts, all for head wounds.
Well, Rose has the date and I don't. What are the odds of something like this happening? There's probably a better chance of getting struck by lightning in a house you won from Ed McMahon.
Blanche, I'm sure it's a fluke that nobody called you for a date.
They must have painted the men's room wall.
Good morning.
Morning, Rose.
Wait a second, there's something different about you. Didn't you used to have a neck?
It's tension. It always goes to the same place. My shoulders tighten, my neck gets stiff, and I can't turn my head.
You mean you can't move your neck at all?
It's just the biggest, best Christmas present I ever got.
Okay, let's do it. Let's get married.
No, wait a minute. Call me old-fashioned, but we got a proposal here. Let's do it right.
Oh, of course. Miles?
Going to widen Richmond Street. Now, will the representative of those wanting to block the proposal please step forward?
Wish me luck.
Wait a minute, Blanche. Why should you do it?
Because we'll have a better chance. Dorothy, I happen to be a wonderful orator, and 2 of the commissioners can verify that.
Blanche, orator means...
Take this seriously. I'm just going to do the history by myself.
Hey, keep away from that.
What are you... What's in the box?
Mexican jumping beans.
Ma.
Sorry, Hispanic jumping beans.
You don't want me to know? Oh, this is such a warm, wonderful moment.
Oh, I just wish I spoke Italian so I'd know what they were saying.
And you were dressed in a petticoat, you were dressed like a lamb, and you were both getting in the car with a big scary dog.
Wolf. I was a wolf.
Didn't know what to have for dinner. How about splitting a pepperoni pizza?
Sure, you buying?
Does a pepperoni swim upstream?
Did once, let's go.
I'm afraid I don't understand, Sophia. They look up to you. They seek your advice. They
Toilet paper the Weston's house. My mom.
Don't worry, she's gone to bed already. Well, did you have a good time tonight?
Oh, it was wonderful. Oh, girls, I cannot tell you how nice it is to be with Stan lately. He's fun and attentive and...
There's only one problem with your plan, Pussycat. One of us is going to get the gift from Rose.
Dorothy, she's right, and you know how hard it is pretending to like Rose's gifts. Forget it, no way.
Oh, come on now, Blanche, don't be so childish. I mean, we each stand and...
Told me you were engaged. What happened?
The war happened. Augustine went off to fight, and I never heard from him again until today. I wonder why he looked you up after all this time. Are you kidding? He was crazy about me. I was the only girl in the village who didn't want to be a nun.
Dorothy, it was delicious.
My pleasure.
Oh, I really enjoyed it too. In fact, I had such a good time, I forgot all about old what's his name? Fidel. Oh, honey, I know what his name is.
No, I mean, there he is. And he has his arms around another woman. You see, Grandma was the nurse who pumped his stomach, but she was new and she attached the nozzle to the wrong place. Next thing you know, they were engaged.
Well, I don't care what's in this, it's worth a try. I'll do anything to get Norman's attention.
Yeah, well, if you get Norman...
Blanche, get to the point.
I need a chaperone now. Do I have to call in all the favors you owe me?
What favors?
I need a chaperone now. Do I have to call in all the favors you owe me?
I don't owe you any favors.
Oh, really? But, officer, the little old lady was even entertaining the notion that he's slipping away because he's homesick for this godforsaken place. What's going on?
I think he recognizes the picture of Uncle Hingelblatter's farm.
Oh, my God! Then he is homesick! I'm a murderer! And you fall into the arms of your valiant Galahad?
My Galahad was a balloon salesman named Sid.
Hey, who knew that sawed-off little gnome would outbid a Navy admiral and a fire chief and that jeweler who was a dead ringer for Mr. Richard Widmark?
Blanche, that was a year ago.
What happens?
Dorothy, do you think they're really going to make any money with that business?
One fabric softener.
Now what's the matter?
I'll tell you what's the matter. I cannot believe that you are actually going to go out with Stan again tonight.
Why shouldn't I go out with Stan again tonight?
You're right. It's my mistake. I thought you were my friend.
I am your friend.
Then why are you sleeping with my husband?
He should have stuffed the cannelloni in the traditional manner.
Hi, girls.
Blanche, honey, what are you doing here? I thought the reunion wasn't over till tomorrow.
No, it isn't. I just decided I'd come home a day early.
That was the worst night I've ever spent in bed with a woman in my life.
Wait a minute, Ham. Are you saying the only reason you've kept turning me down is because of the bad time you had that night?
Yes. Oh, well, Blanche, this changes everything. There's all that...
Are destroying the family. You are destroying the family, and I'm going to be all alone.
I'll make her a cup of tea and calm her down.
I'd better go talk to her.
Dorothy, wait.
No, this has gone too far.
I realize that. You just can't flat out tell her. She realizes this was a joke, you know, Blanche. It'll do more harm than good.
Deep, deep, deep inside.
Listen, when I thought I was moving, I was going to give each one of you a gift. But I want you to have them anyway.
Why, Sophia, how sweet.
Oh, honey, you shouldn't have.
Oh, Ma, this is so lovely. Ma, what are you doing up?
Disappointed, huh? If I'm up, that means I'm alive, and if I'm alive, it means you can't get your hands on my money.
What are you talking about?
You know about the will. You know if I die, you'll be on Easy Street. What did you do, Dorothy? Slip cyanide in?
Dorothy Zbornak. This is my mother, Sophia Petrillo. Remember we spoke on the phone about sharing the house?
Come here.
Move in this house and you'll die an agonizing death.
Thank you, Madam Zelda. Goodbye. Oh, ladies, I'm 63.
Then I have a retirement account that's about $4,000.
Okay, I can borrow on my life insurance. That should bring us close, huh?
Then it's settled. We're going to call Sid and tell him to go ahead with a new roof.
Okay.
Oh, Ma, you will not believe...
Thank you, Rose. Happy Mother's Day. It's a really sweet story, Rose.
Yeah, right. So sell it to the Reader's Digest. Now let's get out of here.
Must be Michael. Hello? Hello, Michael.
Okay, that's it.
You're firing me, aren't you? Look, Marguerite, we think very highly of you as a person, but we're going to have to let you go. We just don't feel you're right for this job.
But you certainly did when you hired me.
Marguerite, you're... Men are built that way. No, it's a fact. I saw Dr. Art Ulin explain it on the Today Show with a plastic model.
Please, Ma, you slept like a baby. I know, because I spent the whole night awake in that chair.
Well, it couldn't be any worse than trying to sleep on a hard wooden bench.
Nuclear bomb the day after. 8 years old, and this is the kind of thing that's on her mind.
That's unbelievable.
Well, she wasn't the only one. 3 other girls did pictures just like it. I don't understand it.
Honey, it's not so uncommon. I mean, kids hear about nuclear war on TV. They read it in the papers. It's part of their lives. I mean, they can't help but...
What's wrong, Rose?
It's my insurance company. They've cut me off because of the lawsuit. What am I gonna do?
Well, you need a good lawyer. Give me the keys to your rental and I'll go out and see if I can nail one for you.
Blanche, that's how you got me in trouble before.
I couldn't sleep. I was afraid I'd have that dream again. What are you two doing up?
Well, I'm waiting up for Clayton. I want to make sure he had a good time tonight. My brother and I are very close.
Oh, that's sweet, Blanche.
Evening, ladies.
Well, Clayton,
What do you mean? Would you seriously consider selling the house?
well, no. I mean, I don't think so. You have to admit this is an awful lot of money. Frankly, more than I think the house is worth.
And as your agent, 3% of it is mine. What do you say, Blanchie? Do we close the deal?
I didn't know how to tell you that I just couldn't be married to you anymore.
How could you say that?
It's Lyle, isn't it?
I'm just confused. I need time to think.
What's there to think about? Sonny has the eyes of a poet, the soul of a poet. Hey, you're through with those...
I would have expected my three best friends to understand, but I'm just not ready yet.
But Blanche, the doctor said you could do everything you did before.
That's all very well for him to say. The doctor's not me.
Blanche, what are you saying?
I've made a decision. Blanche Devereaux has given up sex.
Rose, you cannot go on this way. I mean, life isn't worth living if you're going to live it with this kind of fear. Now, honey, we were robbed. It's scary, but it happens. And now it's over. And the robbers are gone.
I know that. I know it's over. I know they're gone.
I don't care what that salesgirl said. I look good in that bathing suit. You know, sometimes I wish I did live in Brazil.
Excuse me. One of you ladies dropped this?
Is there any money in it?
Uh-huh.
I dropped it.
Ever sat through in my life.
Really?
Yes. Because we were so good. I was. You gotta have a good straight guy.
Terry, as a director, could you talk about the pilot, how it's...
May I help you, madame?
How do you know I'm not a mademoiselle?
Because what man in his right mind would leave you to languish on the vine?
If this was Sicily, you wouldn't have any lips left.
Thus affording the listener the opportunity to glean from it whatever he may. Besides, I just hate it when I'm left out of the conversation.
Hello? Yes, it is. No, he isn't. What?
Over with.
Well, since you put it that way, but only as a personal favor to you, honey. Well, I guess I better go get dressed.
Thank you, Blanche. Can you believe that backstabbing slut? Tripped me up with a trick margarine question. That evening, butter was spelled R-O-S-E.
Rose, you're embarrassing yourself. Please don't go on.
I have to, Dorothy. I've kept these bitter butter memories too long. As the pageant drew to its frenzied finale...
Familiar with the big gun.
Here goes. Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, you.
Touched! Do I have your $1,200?
You have my blessing and you have my money.
For another 1,000, I could go first class.
Arrivederci.
So
we're gonna miss her, aren't we, Jake? We're gonna miss her, aren't we, boy?
Mr. Hubbard, I know it's a lot to ask at a time like this, but I've been finding it a bit much, worrying about water bowls and then morning walks and all.
On Sunday?
Rose, Gina's going to be with us for a week. Let's not have all the really big fun right away.
Hello there.
Blanche, this is my friend Jean.
Oh, I'm so glad to finally meet you, Jean.
You too, Blanche.
Dorothy has told us so much about you, I feel like we're bosom buddies.
Ma, not a word.
I can't believe it. I'm 50. I'm an old lady who hasn't accomplished a thing in her life.
You haven't accomplished a thing? You raised 3 kids during the Depression and always managed to have food on the table. You held down 2 jobs as far as...
herpes listening to this story. At what point in the evening did you finally meet George?
Well, I didn't meet George that Christmas Eve. That was the next Christmas Eve, but that was a boring story. I said I was going to tell you an exciting story.
Ladies, look, I hate to see people just drink coffee.
Well, I'm not going to declare it as income and let those lazy congressmen have my tax dollars. Blanche, I don't want to do that. Oh, well, all right, then just pay me under the table. Oh, sure, I know that trick. Dorothy's done that to me before. I go under the table and you never show up. Freezer. Hey, great!
From a sweet, flowers from a flower, and the cigarettes for after.
Angelo, what are you doing?
May I quote what you said on the phone? Angelo, I need you.
Wait for my wedding night, honey. I couldn't. I had these urges. In the South, we mature faster. I think it's the heat.
I think it's the gin.
Anyhow, my first was Billy.
Oh, the girls park company and head for America, never to see one another again. Rose, one of those girls was me. The other one you probably know as Mama Celeste. So, Butch, Sundance? Who gets to throw the bouquet?
Authorized Elvis fan club. I'll try to pick up the pieces and go on with my life. I mean, there must be a support group for people like me.
We're sorry, Dorothy, but the bylaws was Godzilla, and we wrestled, got all sweaty. Come to think of it, we never did make love that night.
If you didn't make love, what did you do?
Destroyed Tokyo? Hi, Blanche.
Hi. How was your first day? Well, Rose, do I look like the mayor of Palm Springs?
Doug Henning is the mayor of Palm Springs?
Just play it.
Dorothy, I don't know if it was such a good idea to have the funeral in Miami instead of Newark. I just talked to the priest. He doesn't know a thing about Phil. He thinks Phil was some kind of crazy combination, brain surgeon astronaut. Where would he get the idea that Phil had an IQ of 106?
Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. And Dr. Gordon W. Taylor obviously looked at it with desire in his eyes. Why else would he ask me out for Friday night?
So you canceled the surgery for a date?
Well, it wasn't just any old date. It was a date with a plastic surgeon, Rose. Beauty is his stock and trade. He can create any face, any body he wants. You bet, darling. Rose Nyland, if I didn't know better, I might think you were trying to steal my boyfriend.
I'm innocent, Blanche.
Oh, I know it. That's why Gary's dating me.
He's a lewd, horny, oversexed beast with 5...
Hey, I couldn't lie to you. That's why I told you. Don't end this, Dorothy. You mean everything to me. It's over with my wife. It's just hard to walk out is all.
Well, not for me, it isn't.
Sometimes life just isn't fair, kiddo.
I cannot talk about this anymore. I'm just going to call Yakamura and give him my decision.
I don't want your money, Stan. Marvin, give me the agreement.
Ouch! Weddings. Why do I always get hit at these things?
Get out, Stan. Get out before I need a lawyer.
I think you got a case.
It fits. My wedding dress fits.
Congratulations! You weren't married in a white dress?
Oh, Rose, come on. I mean, it's one.
Tell the dirtbag he can come.
Forget it, Mom. I can just as easily limbo down the aisle.
Relax, honey, relax. I just want to get it all out of my system before he gets here. Now go ahead, call him.
I'll call him. You talk to him.
Oh, well, all right. If I can get through an entire wedding with him, I should be able to handle this.
That is one of the stupidest stories I've ever heard. Which proves my first impression of you was right.
Blanche, I have an idea. Why don't we invite Barbara Thorndike over for dinner and give her another chance?
Sure, why not? If it makes Dorothy happy. Come on, let's go to the movie.
Here's a freshly squeezed potato juice. While Cousin Dak played getting to know you through the hole in his windpipe.
Tell me, Rose, did you ever accompany him through the hole in your head?
Oh, Sophia, honey, would you mind getting that, please?
No.
Come on, Ma, I think you're overreacting. And Angela, where you going?
I'm going to take my name on the mailbox. After all, I live here now. Any more bright ideas, linguini for brains?
Miserable old...
Blanche, you know the rules. When one of you is out with Fidel, the other one does not interfere.
My apologies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a long, hot, steamy bath with just enough water to...
Left me? Chrissy left me for a younger man.
Younger than Chrissy? Where did she meet him? Camp Snoopy?
I didn't want to say anything. What the hell?
I'm cramping up.
Miles?
No, honey, it wasn't Miles. We'll let you know when he gets here.
Maybe we need a signal.
How about this? I yell, "Hey, Rose, Miles is here."
Got it.
Oh, my God, what happened?
Oh, don't worry, she'll be fine. Of course you will, honey. That phony hair color won't come out just because you got caught in the rain.
Not that. We saw love story and terms of endearment.
You know, being at her funeral today made me start thinking about how quickly life can pass you by. Maybe I ought to be more adventurous in my life.
More adventurous? The Kama Sutra had to publish a supplement because of you.
I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about things I've always wanted to do but never got around to trying.
Grandma, this is my fiancée, Lorraine, and this is her mother and her two aunts.
Oh, wait. This is your fiancé?
Yeah, that's right.
You couldn't find someone your own age?
What is that supposed to mean?
No offense, but it means your daughter...
Okay.
Oh, no, the power lines must be down.
That's just great. I got 10 pounds of fresh clams in the refrigerator.
Well, this calls for a celebration.
No, what are we celebrating? The fact that you got free champagne with your room?
We are celebrating what you said on the phone.
What did I say?
You said, Stanley, could I come to your hotel room? I have to see you.
No, that's...
And presses until it's chased away by, you know what.
No, what, Rose? A highway patrolman?
Dorothy.
What?
A big belch.
You couldn't say belch. What is it, a Viking curse?
Well, it's not the nicest word in the world. The dam upstream had broken, and this rush of water swept the bridge away. Larry saved my life. If it weren't for a mouse just like that little one in the kitchen, I wouldn't be sitting here today telling you this story.
This has gone far enough. Rose, honey, I want to talk to you.
Now, don't bother Rose. She's busy.
Oh, it's okay. I was just thumbing through the old family album. Here's a picture of baby when he was young.
Big hand.
Hi, girls. How are you holding up?
Oh, fine. Just doing fine.
Terrific.
You know, this reminds me of the big dance back in St. Olaf to kick off Pretzel Week. My Uncle Gunther after the great beer nut shortage of 29. Foul!
Tell Rose goodbye for me, will
Have
you?
a wonderful time. And listen, don't forget to moan. Helps keep a man focused.
Oh, God.
Just like that.
Now, Ma, you're going to do what Blanche tells you.
Yeah.
You're not going to give her any trouble.
No.
You're going to be Blanche's little helper.
Calm down.
Well, I can't help it. Funeral homes give me the willies. That's why I've always avoided them. I've only been to 2 funerals in my entire life, and I'm 45 years old.
You're such a liar.
All right, then 3 funerals. The point is, let's hurry up and get out of here.
Hello.
Oh, I'm all right.
You and Charlie happened before you ever knew me, and I know I shouldn't be so angry, but I am, and I just can't help
Oh,
it.
come on, take it easy, Rose.
How can I? What do you think this makes me feel like?
What?
She said, what do you think this makes me feel like?
It's out. Oh, I thought you were going to stab Stan.
Don't be ridiculous. I mean, do you honestly believe that I would stab Stan at my own daughter's wedding?
Oh, no, I guess not.
Well, of course not. I would wait until after the wedding. There are too many witnesses. Dinner. Are we here?
Ladies, I'm sorry. When you told me you were serious, I took you literally. Just forget this stuff. Wear your sweats.
No, Yvonne, we want all that stuff.
Yeah, we do. We really do. Well, I don't. I'm going to stick with my sweatsuit and my PF flyers.
But Limousine's waiting.
Oh, you little devils, you. Wait a minute. Honey, are you sure you don't want to join us?
You got a marzipan bar in your ear? I told you, I've got a date with you know who.
Mom, we love you.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
You fell for it.
he just wouldn't take no for an answer. So I finally just had to tell him straight out that I didn't feel about him the way he felt about me. It had nothing to do with his size. It was simply that I could never become seriously involved with anybody in show business.
Except, of course, when they were institutionalized. It's just so awful. But you're a man, you wouldn't understand.
What wouldn't I understand?
Well, you don't get old and lose your appeal the way women do. Look at Mr. Cary Grant. Now, he can have any woman he wants, and he's
like a baby.
I don't feel any tingling. When's it going to hit me?
Oh, I just had a terrible thought. What if in some weird way all this was true and Ma went to jail? Oh, my God.
The hell you talking about?
Blanche and I read Rose's diary.
And she wrote some terrible things about us in there.
About you? I didn't write anything about you. I didn't even know you when I kept that diary.
What are you talking about?
That was was my 4-H diary. I kept it one summer when I raised 2 pigs for the county fair.
And Angela, where did you get this chicken?
The garage.
I guess this means no live entertainment with dessert.
Eva. Yes, for I am an American. And I'm leaving. I don't need your lousy club to make me feel special. Oh, please. No! Oh, you lost the one.
Oh, Phil, come back! Phil, come back here! Come back here! Looks like it's just you and me, Blanche.
Rose, I'm afraid I have to leave.
Are you in pain?
I will be if my wife catches me and she...
Well, nothing. He didn't send a letter.
Well, that is unbelievable. I wrote him 2 days earlier. I did the dumbest thing. I walked out of this house and completely forgot it's a full moon. Under those conditions, a Sunshine Cadet Master must wear full headdress. Here I come,
The newsstand.
What are you talking about?
Don't you notice a difference? Can't you see the glow? Can't you see the light radiating off of me?
Sure, it's the porch light glaring off your head.
I thought I heard a man's voice. Oh, it's you, Stan.
I'm so happy you're all here. I have just had an incredible...
Hey, if I want to leave, I'll leave. I'm free, single, and 80.
I'm not going to take no for an answer. You're staying.
I should have known you couldn't make it without me.
You're right, I can't. And neither can Blanche and neither can Rose.
Of course not, Rose. The woman can hardly find her way to...
Honey, stand up straight. Put your left hand on your hip. Now, strike a very sexy, sultry pose.
Hello.
Hi, Dorothy. What's wrong with your hip?
I was...
Someone sitting here?
Cataracts or glaucoma?
I can see there's no one sitting here. I was just being polite.
If you say so. Me, I've got both cataracts and glaucoma. The glaucoma I handle with drops. For the cataracts, I had surgery.
I am talking about your date, Rose. Who is this secret man you're seeing?
Oh, it's not a secret. His name's Ray. He's a friend of Miles.
You are dating a friend of Miles, you scallywag!
You skunkweed!
What's that mean?
I don't know. What is yours town?
Where is he taking you?
I'm not allowed to say security reasons.
Ma, none of this is true.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's Julio Iglesias. You satisfied?
We'll make the reservation for 4. She'll tell us the truth when she gets...
Wonderful things have you got planned for tonight?
Nothing. I was going to cancel, but my therapist wouldn't let me.
Perhaps if we spoke to him together.
I'm sorry, I'm still not really recovered. You see, after 25 years of marriage, my wife Roberta sent me a Dear John letter.
That's terrible, married 25.
I mean, it sounded like the heat kicking on. Thank God, get back to your own beds. Hey, everybody. Well, what are you doing? Let me ask a question. So, how much responsibility are we taking on ourselves here?
Oh, Ma, what are you talking about? We can't just abandon her.
The girl needs a roof over her head, guidance, emotional support.
It's not up to us. Can I still hang out with my friends?
No.
Wrong answer.
Ma, I'm not being arbitrary. I am worried about you. All your friends are in their 80s. You're driving at night, sometimes in bad weather. You go to restaurants and eat spicy food, and then you're sick for 3 days. I'm sorry, Ma, I just can't say yes.
This morning, I just couldn't go to the drugstore without giving you this.
Well, thank you. Why are you going to the drugstore?
I'm your pharmacist.
You're Bill the pharmacist.
Bill's the man in your life. I'll pick you up after work. Goodbye, my love.
To Blanche, when she told me how badly you were dying to meet me.
Wait a minute. Blanche told you I was dying to meet you? The only reason I showed up here is because she told me you were a lonely single gal who was dying to meet me.
She didn't.
Yes, she did. So what do you think this means?
One day soon, Mrs. Blanche Devereaux were to become Mrs. Blanche Devereaux. I'll alert the mailman.
Don't listen to her, Blanche.
You grow a beard, Dorothy. Believe me, I woke up one morning, I looked like Arafat.
Oh,
I never grew a beard. You never grew brains either.
Well, I tell you, menopause was wonderful for me.
Rose, we have to talk.
Forget it, Sophia. I'm not talking to you. What you did is the worst thing you've ever done to me.
Oh, come on. Worse than the time I buried... Hey, fella, your flyer's open.
Girls, look. Self-portrait by Jasper de Kimmel.
Dorothy, that picture has 3 noses.
Oh, I'm so glad that you find my...
Many. But it just wasn't there. And then you happened, and it was as if George had just stepped right back into my life again. I just don't want to feel that incomplete.
Song, and I want you to hear it.
Listen, Daddy, I want to talk to you about this singing
It's
thing.
been just wonderful, honey. I love singing. Now, I know I'm just getting started, and I got a lot to learn, but the audiences will come around. I'll do just fine.
You know, you're talking about this singing like it's some kind of career.
Well, it is. Now, see what you think of this. Big hat.
Hi, girls. How are you holding up?
Oh, fine. Just doing fine.
Terrific.
You know, this reminds me of the big dance back in St. Olaf to kick off Pretzel Week. My Uncle Gunther, after the great beer nut shortage of 29.
How